we see very, very similar bans. This time, though, Maokai is also banned out from Price Academy. They saw the power of Maokai from Dignaloss last time, and they don't want it. They also banned their own Fizz. Fizz was played last game, and they're going to ban him out this time. So interesting choice. Hot Sauce did play Fizz in the last game. Didn't do an amazing job of it, though, so they are going to take him out of the game. So we'll see what new mid lanes. There are a lot of those bans that we saw last time for the mid lane are available now. Syndra could be picked up. Akali could be picked up. So what will these teams do? So much Swagman will be starting us off when it comes to the picks. Again, Gnar and Thresh have both been banned out, and both of those are people that Price Academy like. Now, Price Academy last time ran with the Aurelia top lane, and that worked really well for them in the first game, but not so much in the second game, or in the second game that they played now. They're into their second game versus Dignaloss, is what I'm trying to say. And will they go with Aurelia in the top lane? Again, they did ban out the Maokai, so it could be a different choice. So we'll be, once again, with Dignaloss picking up this Tristana, available again for grabbing. And Aliona considering a Ashe. She did play Ashe in their first game, I believe, and then switched it over to Misfortune, but Aliona just eating that question mark a bunch of times, trying to figure out who am I going to play. I don't know. Who you want. Maybe a Jinx. TRM has hovered over this Leona. Leona is a very strong champion, as everyone knows. I mean, especially when she goes jungle and is against a jungle Rengar. Now, I will say that a jungle Leona does kind of work, because she can come out of the jungle, EQ onto you, and just stun the crap out of you. You go kind of a tanky CC AD champion, and you're like a weird Rammus of sorts, is that it's hard to stop you because of the Zenith Blade, and then you can just stun lock somebody up so much that they die, but... Rocket jungle? What is your rocket jungle? You don't have so many trash games. There will be Aliona grabbing the Jinx. I don't know if Aliona's going to be playing... Yeah, because Hot Sauce is the mid laner for this team. So it will be a Jinx Leona in the bottom lane, which generally works really well. Leona goes in with the Zenith Blade EQ combo, and then follows that up with all the rocket damage from Jinx, and they should be able to pick up a kill or two without too much difficulty. Teemo is a word now. Hey, is he going to walk into Urgot? Will we see an Urgot? No, he's just praising the Urgot before switching to the Corki. Teemo is a word. Hovering over this Corki. No, may switch over to the Braum. They already have their ADC Tristana, so it will be a Braum. Yeah, a Braum Tristana support in the, yes, Braum Tristana bottom lane duel. Warrior of Kirby grabbing up the Jarvan the 4th for the jungle. Was jungle last time, and did extremely well with it in the jungle, stealing away a whole bunch of the jungle buffs from Rammus. Instead of Rammus, it looks like Lily 101 is considering the Skarner. He doesn't know what he wants. Back and forth and back and forth. What is it going to be? So, gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. So pressed up back on this Aurelia. Loved it for the first game they played in that the initial brackets, and now played it last time in the first game of these semifinals. Didn't do as well with it against the Maokai, however they did ban the Maokai. So now Aurelia has another chance to go against a different champion in that top lane. However, Dignaloss once again gets to choose who they want to take up against this Aurelia. They don't get their Maokai, but they get to pick out of a bunch of other champions. Who are they going to send against the Aurelia? They are going to hover over the Syndra for the mid lane. They did ban Syndra last time, maybe fearing that Price Academy was going to go with the Syndra for the mid lane. But this game, though, they aren't going to worry about it, and are going to... Ooh, could be a Vel'Koz. Lily 101 did grab the Volibear for the jungle, so we'll come speeding out of the jungle to flip you over and deal some of that crit damage. Also has a Ghost, but I think a Jarvan the 4th can outrun a Volibear with his EQ. I think he can do that. Armed Dark Reaper just doesn't know who he wants in the mid lane, so it will be an Orianna, as just too much swag grabs the Alice. Is answering Aurelia with. Last time they answered Maokai and it got banned out. This time they're going to answer it with an Alistar, who has so much CC, and definitely are going to have a lot of disengage, that's for sure. but with a Lux in the mid lane, or sorry, yeah, with a Orianna in the mid lane, Price Academy is responding with a Lux. Sauce grabbing this Lux. We see very few Luxes in the mid lane, but she's one of those classically strong champions. Her ultimate just dealing massive amounts of damage on such a low cooldown. You can just spam those over and over and over. A lot of people use that to both farm lanes and then also for team fights, because when it gets to late game, the ultimate cooldown is just so low. So there is a little bit of the ball delivery system on the Dignaloss' side. They have the Orianna and the Jarvan the 4th, so she could put the ball with Command Protect on Jarvan the 4th. He then EQs in to the middle of the team fight, and she uses that Command Shockwave to be able to pull everyone together and deal a lot of damage. But other than that, there isn't really a lot of a guaranteed ball delivery system, but it would still work. It would still work. Alistar could also just run it straight into the enemy team. Braum could attempt to run it in, I guess. He is more of a stand-aside champion who goes to his allies. So a little bit of protect the carry as they have three main tanks, the Braum, Jarvan the 4th, and Alistar. They're squishier members, the Tristana and Orianna, of course. However, J4 could look at building a little bit more damage, whereas Team Price Academy really only has two main tanks, the Volibear and Leona, as Irelia doesn't seem to build a lot of tank. She tried at the end of the last game to build some tank, but in the first game she went more with that damage. Very, very late game she started to build a couple tank things. But go ahead.
When you're in tournament mode, doesn't the delay go down to 0?
Doesn't the what?
The delay on the stream, or the game.
No, it's 3 minutes always. What do you mean by tournament mode? Meaning this is a tournament draft game, and so in any kind of tournament draft game, any kind of custom game, there's just spectating, there's a 3-minute wait. You're thinking LCS style. And yes, in the LCS, they have their own specific programs. They don't use the custom tournament draft to be able to pull people in for the LCS games. They have a separate game mode that people play on, so there's zero delay between what the players are doing and what's going on. However, we're using just the custom game draft mode, so we have that 3-minute wait before the game. Right now, they're loading into game and then playing, so we're 3 minutes behind what they do. Yes, tournament code means a zero delay, and tournament codes are usually used when it comes to more official Riot games. And there are a couple different leagues that you can get into, like esports leagues that you can play in where they are allowed those tournament codes. But because of the way that this tournament and most of the tournaments that my shoutcasting at least is a part of, we don't have those official codes to use. And so we just use the custom tournament draft. And it also allows for a little bit of because we don't have the staff to be able to make sure that people aren't cheating and viewing, we have that 3-minute time delay to make sure that even if someone, say in that room, has a computer that they can kind of go between their game and then also the spectating, or like the shoutcasting here, they can't really see much other than maybe a pink ward, which usually pink wards go down within that first 3 minutes. They wouldn't really be able to see anything with that 3-minute time delay, so there wouldn't be a difference between the two. But good questions nonetheless, I like it. With this last minute, I'm going to run through all the champions and their players really fast. For Team Dignaloss, who is their first win, looking for the second to go on to the finals. So much swag, man. Taking Tristana once again in the bottom lane marksman role. Timo is award on the Braum this time instead of the Blitzcrank. With the bottom lane support. Warrior of Kirby, grabbing up the Jarvan the 4th for the jungle again. Dark-armed Reacher with the with the Orianna in the mid lane. And just too much swag with the top lane Alistar. First time showing up in this tournament. For Team Price Academy, we have TRM on the Leona support in the bottom lane. Leona playing the Jinx in the bottom lane marksman role. Preda Vizsla playing the top lane Irelia once again. Lugi 101 with a different jungler. This time it's going to be a Volibear. And Sauce trying his hand at a Lux in the mid lane. See if he can deal with the Orianna. I'm kind of surprised that Dignaloss didn't run with a Syndra because they have run with it before and it was really, really strong. But I think the fact that they didn't know who was going to be counterpicked against them made them fear that Syndra has a lot of counters that can be used. So they decided, hey, maybe we should go with somebody who's a little bit safer. Orianna's kind of a safer pick when you don't know what the enemy team can do because she has those shields, as well as that whole team wombo combo command shockwave. It's super, super effective. So moving into game number 2 for these two teams, Dignaloss versus Price Academy. We have Rocket Girl Tristana once again coming out. Dark Forge Jarvan the 4th. and Gothic Oriana and Inferno Alistar for Dignaloss. I haven't seen that Gothic Oriana skin in a long, long time. It's actually really, really cool. I'd like to see it in game. For Team Price Academy, we have Valkyrie Leona, which, well, I want to say really fast about Valkyrie Leona. Do you guys count that as a skin? Because everyone has Valkyrie Leona. You never see classic skin Leona anymore. You only see the Valkyrie Leona. Everyone has Valkyrie Leona. It's a fact. Mafia Jinx, Nightblade Irelia, Runeguard Volibear, and a no-skin Lux. No skin on that one. So, I don't know, 4 skins to 4 skins. That's even on the skin war, at least. So, that tells you something, at least when it comes to the skins of these teams. And we're about to make it in-game. Sweet. You don't have it. Don't have what, Rar, I'm dead? Oh, the Gothic Oriana. Yeah, you have, like, every skin, Rar, I'm dead. Every skin ever. Sweet. So we are going to move everyone to their correct positions. The ADC's down here, and we have the supports, Braum and Leona. The mid laners are going to be the Oriana versus Lux, the junglers Volibear and Jarvan IV, while the top laners Irelia and Alistar go once again head-to-head. Both teams starting at that 2.4k gold, heading out of the base. Will we see any invades just yet, or will we not? Most of the teams have played very safe games, not really interested in invades. If they have Blitzcrank, they'll look for a grab, but other than that, they will just stick to their own jungle. And it is true the safe way to go. However, sometimes it can be a huge advantage if you can get a kill or two or an early buff. That would be really, really helpful. However, they're just going to stick around. Blue buff here start for Volibear, and red buff here start for Jarvan IV. Oh, he's attempted to standard Lux just to deal a little bit of damage. I think he may have actually done a little bit of damage to her. Yeah, he did, causing her to back off. So he started with that, which I guess will be a little bit of damage to minions when he uses it, when he's starting in the jungle, but we'll need a nice leash for that one. That's what I was like, what the heck am I looking for? So a little bit of spam the dances here going from red team. I'm betting if we go over to blue team side, they're going to be spamming the dances too. J4 is. Tristana is spamming running back and forth. So you've got the party, and we've got just the chill. They've got the party, and then we've got the chill. Having fun. Playing serious. Okay, J4's dancing now. He's joined the dance party. I like it. It's really like a rave right here. You just need some going on. That's everyone's just dancing. But so the leash has been started between both teams. So they will be starting. Once again, they will reach that top lane about the same time as they are in the jungle, unless someone decides to stick around and try to go for that early level 6. But the double buffs are so strong, it should not be a problem. Hot sauce on this Lux is a little bit different. We'll be trying to get in close enough to use the auto attacks and proc that passive to be able to get some extra damage onto this Oriana. Level 1 through 3 is a good time to try to get some good damage on Oriana because she doesn't have the command protect and doesn't have quite the strength to be able to move that ball around as much as she'd like. There's that Winter's Bite onto Leona, but she's just going to tank it up. No cares given. She did have that stun ready to roll if Braum had tried to come into the bush, but instead she's just going to back off of that one. I don't think red team has warded the blue side's bush down there. Yeah, she warded her own bush. Winter's Bite going to land on Jinx. There's that snare onto Dark Armed Reaper. Just going to do a little bit of damage. Nothing too major at the moment. Both these mid laners did start with Doran's Rings. Irelia started with a Elixir, the Crystalline Flask, sorry. Again, in that top lane. So she likes to go with that Crystalline Flask and just heal up a lot up there and make use of her built-in lifesteal that she has. Nice Winter's Bite onto minion there. Team was well just helping that out. What I like on a Braum is that you can Q a minion and give that Braum over to your AD with the Relic Shield. Both of these supports started with the Relic Shield, looking to build into face of the mountain. Give some of the heals to the ally as well as protection late game. Jarvan IV, once again looking for an early gank in this top lane. Is he going to get that Alistar just knocking her really off to the side? Not as effective as Jarvan would like. So much swag, man. Still in this bottom lane, trying to clear up these minions. 11 farm to 15. Once again, Price Academy taking a little bit of lead down. There's that stun onto Braum. He's just going to put up that wall. They know where he's there. Oh, snare, not gonna land on Oriana. J4 coming in, he's got the red buff. This might be first blood. Lux should be flashing the wall. Oh, she's actually flashes and not over the wall. So J4 EQs over the wall, doesn't hit her. In the top lane, Polar is thinking. Lux still on the run, has almost no mana. This J4 is a little bit shy catching up. And now Polar Bear shows up to the party. He's gonna get some damage down. Now he's gonna eat Jarvan from the EQs right over. Lux is still alive. Oriana takes the first blood with a great first view. And now Lulu 101 is on the run as well as Presida. She may be able to make it back on the tower in time unless J4 can knock her up once again. He wanted to stick around. He did have that blue buff, so had a lot of cooldowns for his abilities, but they are going to back off. His first blood goes over to Dignaloss. So Lux very wisely, instead of trying to run back to the tower, ran straight up the river towards her allies, and they showed up. Sorry, not Lux. Lux was trying to run up the river to the allies, but J4 just followed her all the way there and finished her off. So taking up first blood with that one. 15 farm to the 17 farm. Oriana, she will be headed back to lane with just a bit extra gold thanks to the assistance of the first blood. Instead of getting boosted, decided to go with an early pink. So instead of having that early mobility that first blood gives, went for extra vision, which could scale late game if that pink ward sticks around long enough. However, pink wards do go down very frequently. So, oh my gosh, I killed it. My elbow hit the mouse and killed the camera. So, sorry guys. Should be back up in 1 second. There we go. In that top lane, Ariella taking a bit of damage from Alistar as they continue to beat each other back and forth. She still has a lot of potions though, so I don't think she'll be leaving anytime soon. So maybe pop a couple more potions and keep drinking those while hitting those minions. 15 to 23, Alistar taking a slight minion advantage in that top lane. He did start with that Doran's Ring, so has a little bit of extra ability power against this Ariella. A lot of Alistars will start something like a Doran's Shield, but instead decided to take the Doran's Ring. It also gives him that cooldown bonus, which is really good as well, so that he can spam both the heal for himself as well as the ground pound when he uses that. Spamming his left. You can't milk those! You can't milk those! Headbutting Aurelia back underneath her tower. Get back where you belong. Winter's Bite landing on Jinx. Not going to do a whole lot. There is a Lux and Volibear just around the corner. Are they going to go in on this or not? They're looking for an opportunity, but blue team is back all the way up underneath their tower. And I don't even think they had a choice in that one. They didn't have a ward or anything, so they couldn't see where the enemy team was going. But they were simply just pushed by red team back underneath their tower. They did know that Lux was missing, Oriana getting a little bit of damage. There's a nice pink ward from Jarvan. The fourth going to clear that ward that red team placed as Tristana continues to farm. Volibear headed towards the mid lane. Will he look at ganking with this Lux? If she gets down to 12, I think it'll be good. But nope, he's going to head directly into his jungle, look for those wraiths. So 7 minutes in, nothing too crazy here. The very close Winter's right onto Jinx. Instead of continue to stack those concussive blows, he's just going to stand aside me to his ally and make sure that that Tristana is not going to take any damage. I think when he did that stand aside, he also tanked the zap from Jinx, so it didn't even let that damage go through to the Tristana. So really, really strong support on that one. Yeah, Teemo is where I will say, just so much Spider-Man never seems to take any damage in this bottom lane. It just doesn't take any damage from the enemy team. And that's all Brahm's doing and being able to absorb it. So slow on to Hot Sauce in the mid lane. Warrior Kirby trying to get a little bit of damage. Luigi, 101 was there to try to help out, but wasn't very effective and just kind of headed back into the jungle. Resetting. Dragon is available, but neither team looking for it. They want to get either a kill or a tower or something before moving in for the dragon. So stand behind me. Oh, stand aside. Yeah, stand behind me. Isn't that what I said? Stand behind me. That's what he says when he adjusts to his ally. Stand behind me. Just too much swag. Continuing to try to get a little bit of damage. Another headbutt onto Aurelia. He's just looking at farming that top lane. 42 farm to the 33 on this Aurelia. Knocked up into the air. She's going to just walk her way out of that one as Alistar heals, absorbed, taking up that damage from the minions allows him to do that heal. There's a jump onto Tristana. She's not losing too much help though. The exhaust onto Jinx. Jinx completely zoned out. One more hit would buff this competitive blows. Walter happening in. He's going to do damage. J4 leaping in. Didn't finish off the blocks on the concussive blows. Only TRM backing off his way. So both teams disengaging from that fight. The blocks from concussive blows not finishing anybody in a full stun. There's a super mega death rocket. Gonna make so much fragment and Warrior Kirby extremely low health. However, Oriana has also shown up to the fight. There's the open box and it does the Nightmaster onto the Tristana, takes her out. Now Hallsauce, maybe gotta go down. Oriana picks that up. Oriana here helping out. She can't dub out. Braum flashes in to get that last auto attack and take Aliuna down. Another kill over to blue team. And there's that command protect, keeping Braum alive as he backs out from the fight. So blue team taking advantage there. 2 for 1 trade. They lost the Lux after, the Tristana after Lux did a nice ultimate. However, the Oriana re-engaged on that fight, gave them over 2 more kills before the end of that. So only the tanking members of Leona and Volibear were able to get out. Luigi 101 back to farming into the jungle. 12,000 gold to 10,000 gold. Once again, Dignaloss looking to take the lead in this game. They won last game, and they definitely have an advantage so far early into this game. Can they scale that into a win, or will they need to, or will Price Academy be able to turn it around and take it into a third game? Red team did lose that last engage, and blue team could have gone and gotten the dragon. I think with the Oriana and the Braum. With Braum tanking, they would have been able to take the dragon, but instead they backed off to be able to heal, refresh, come back, fully refresh to fight again. So Tristana came back, BF Sword, Doran's Blade, and Boots. Jinx as well, BF Sword, Doran's Blade, Boots. However, has an extra ward, so I guess you could play a fight tank there. We're just beating minions in the mid lane, scaring Lux off of that tower. Doesn't want her to do too much damage before Oriana gets back to it. In the top lane, doesn't really hold there, flipping Alistar. However, Alistar just heads him back. Alistar is very tanky at the moment. Double concussive blows onto Jinx. Not gonna finish all 4. Stand behind me. Jumps to the Tristana. Really going in, gonna get the slows on so much swag. No stun. He's just gonna headbutt him back. And now Volibear leaping in. The heal for Alistar as he's trying to make underneath that tower. He does, and stands there laughing. No cares given. Good try to gank on an Alistar. It's not going to be too effective for that one. So blue team is going to start this dragon. Once again, Dignaloss likes their early dragon, and they're going to be grabbing it. Now 14k gold. By that, I mean 15k gold. 3,000 gold in the lead as they finish that off. Leona did get a nice pink ward down in that tri-bush. However, it may go down quickly. There's Oriana getting a lot of damage on the Holocaust. As well. There's going to be this command shockwave as well as that EQ combo. Finishes her off. No reason for Jarvan the Fourth to even Cataclysm. They knew they could finish her off and take yet another kill. So Dark Arm Reaper, now 3-0, reaches a killing spree. So we'll be doing lots of damage. Has finished that in Phoenix and Holy Grail, and now can simply build damage and damage and damage. I would not be surprised to see a Zhonya's or Rabadon's Death Cap come out. Look at, oh my gosh, knocking Volibear down a third of his health with simply 1 QE. I guess that's how Oriana works. So EQ, command move followed by dissonance. So much swag at top lane, down to half health here. However, he's going to try to get it back up. There's that ultimate, dealing a lot of the damage. I was building in, however, now she's taking minions as well. Using her own ultimate to try to heal herself up. Alistar spamming the heal as well, trying to bounce back and forth between these minions. Wants to sit in this minion wave so they continue to use those heals. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana. However, it definitely helped that he was in the middle of the enemy team's minions for him to use those. Volibear headed up. This Alistar is semi-low on mana, less than 1,000 health here. He's gonna find Volibear. Volibear makes a flip. There he goes, flipping nicely. The red buff using a slow, and the Lux ultimate hits him. However, he flashes over the wall to lift them over. The Lux will pick that up. Hostloss grabbing that, so nicely coming up to help out with that gank, landing both the ultimate and their E to be able to grab yet another kill. Jarvan the Fourth in the river now clearing the board. May head towards the mid lane. Is going to see at least Volibear headed around the corner of the mid lane as he comes in here. However, Lux does have a ward in that river bush, so making sure that she can keep vision on that one. 4 kills to 2, 3 kill gold in the lead. Nice EQ from Leona, gonna stun Tristana. She's gonna jump out of the way. However, the exhaust onto Jinx, causing her to back off from that one. She's gonna get some damage back down, but there's that glacial fusion knocking Leona up. The EQ from Jarvan with the multi delivery system from Oriana, gonna finish off with Volibear. There's a teleport in from Irelia. She wants this Tristana, however, drop. Stand behind me. Super Mega Death Rocket finishing Tristana off, coming out of nowhere, grabbing that kill. So nicely played from Red Team. Irelia teleporting in, got just enough damage down onto the Tristana that the Super Mega Death Rocket could fly in. Yes, it hit Braum, but the splash damage. Cataclysm through the shield and lived through the first half of it, and then as it came back, stopped the rest of the ignite with the second half of it. She does have her ultimate available, could ult J4, but she doesn't see him. I think she's gonna try it though. She's moving around to the side. Can we see where she's gonna ult? Okay, so yeah, she did just use the ultimate. She tried to hit him, but it wasn't quite successful. So I thought so. I was like, come on, she does have her ult available. There's no way that she wouldn't at least try. But didn't have any vision on him. He had already backed, so wasn't able to take that one. But still, good try nonetheless. 5 kills to 3. Dignaloss still in the lead, but Price Academy not that far behind. And they are continuing to try to fight all the way to the end. The fact that Hossos lived through that mid lane fight is huge. J4 impressively lived as well. I wouldn't think he was going to make it out of that one alive, but he did. And so Hossos feeling a little more comfortable on this Lux than his last game. And doing not terribly. 2-3-0. Has died a little bit heavily, but that's not the end of the game. Orianna 4-0-1 though is doing a fantastic job. Not only is getting a lot of kills, J4 0-0-3, just making sure that he helps his team out a lot. Just too much swag in the top lane, continuing to slam in and grab 93 farm plus as Irelia starting to slow down a little bit, 64 farm, having to deal with the fact that this Alistar now has a lot of ages as well. Looks a very similar build to the Maokai last game, which just too much swag played, and instead is playing the Alistar, same style type of champion in the snares and the knockups and stuff. However, also unkillable with the ultimate, or at least very hard to kill. It helps the team a lot. Irelia going in though, she's looking for some extra damage. Can she take him down? Nice stun. Auto attacks. In the mid lane. That's going to be the ultimate from Lux going out. Not running the Orianna Volbo running in. Yugi 101 trying to get out there. Too much damage from Jarvan the fourth in to take her down. Super Death Rocket hitting J4. And now Hossos getting a little bit of poke damage, but the Orianna Command Protect keeping him alive for the moment. The ball is on him. Is he going to EQ onto the Lux? She knows that he's in there. Jinx going up. He's going to grab the J4, at least slow him. There's going to be the Foam Choppers zoning Orianna out of her for the moment. Jinx and Lux headed out of that river. However, Jinx, ran around through the jungle to get to the tower. Braum showed up, and Leona just backs off from that as well. So another pink ward going down. Dragon will be up in 40 seconds. However, Blue Team looks like they want to take this mid tower first. Corridor is headed there, however, the Lux will be a little bit late. She does have her ultimate up in just a couple of seconds. She could try to ult the mini-wave, however, she'd have to be a lot closer to be able to do that, and not fast enough. Blue Team gets that mid lane turret, and now with 20 seconds on the timer for Dragon, they can go and pick that up as well. 6 kills to 3, and looking at progressing this to a win. Alistar in the top lane using the ultimate just to make sure she can continue to life steal, but he's not taking any damage at all. No cares given. He is Alistar, the super tank. The Dragon is up now, and so Blue Team should be able to go ahead and grab that, or at least start to grab that. I don't know if Red Team wants to contest, but I also don't think they have an option not to. Aurelia has headed off to this side. Alistar making sure he keeps that Aurelia alive in that top lane just to have fun. Almost landing. Whoa. That was close. Orianna picked it up. There's the concussive blows. Clock landing on the pole there. The ultimate going to pull him back. He's solo out. However, Lux sneaking in to pick up 1 kill. Now the re-engage from Red Team. There's the snare as well. And uses it. Finishes off Braum from the back line. Grabs that kill as Jinx finishes him off as well. So great kill there. 7 kills to 5. They may have lost Dragon, but Red Team said we're going to make you pay for that and at least grab 2 kills off of it. And they may be looking for more in the mid lane. They're just trying to wait for a minion wave to get there and show up. 3 men strong. They're pushing in. The snare from Lux almost landing. So close. The zap as well. Dark Arm Reaper really doing a good job of dodging this. Can't dodge AoEs though. Can't dodge the AoEs. Snare again not landing. Zap not landing. Dark Reaper just dodging all of these skill shots. They did get that mid lane turret though, so that is now 1 turret for 1. Both these mid lane turrets down. However, that top lane turret won't last forever if Alistar continues to just massively push in. Bear is headed up here trying to relieve Irelia a little bit. 125 farm on this Alistar to 80 farm on the Irelia. Another tower at bottom. That one for the blue team. Some flash from Alistar. He's trying to get out. The ultimate from Irelia is down. He's going to take almost no damage and just too much swag. Gets out from that top lane. Prezda the 300 health backing off from there. She does have a teleport, she simply didn't want the chance at having missed a minion, as she is already 40 minions down. Luigi 101 still hanging around here, just gonna try to get a little bit of fear. Knockback, Alistar, the flashes from Aurelia, however, Lux share up as well. They want this Alistar, there's the ultimate, stuck between a rock and a hard place. He is definitely going to go down. Super Mega Death Rocket, even if the Lux ultimate had missed, would have hit him and guaranteed that kill. So they finally give Aurelia a little bit of a breather, and she backs with another assist. 0-0-3. That is one thing that she has done really well. While she is down in farm, she hasn't died at all, so she hasn't given any kills over to Alistar. 7 kills to 6. Red team's not out of it just yet. Price Academy is still fighting for it. They are down 6,000 gold, but they continue to try to make plays to be able to come back. Dark Armed Reaper hanging around here. So J4 did just steal the red buff away from red team, and now there's Baron up. I think he was just checking to make sure it's still there. Though I can't imagine why anyone, well, I can imagine why people would try to take it early, but you'd think that you'd see Baron on the enemy team if they had taken it. Driver the 4th and Orianna collected in the mid lane, while in the bottom lane, this Braum, Tristana, and Braum and Tristana headed there. Can they catch Luigi when Orianna jump in? He's running away for his life, but he's going to be knocked up, and that's going to be him going down. Warrior of Kirby picks up another kill off of that one. He is now 2, 1, and 4. Going to be grabbing another jungle across the lane. The snare down onto Braum. She was exhausted. The Lux, however, she is going to be able to walk away from that one. They are all standing on a ward, so red team sees them there. The zap from Jinx not going to get her any extra vision. As in the top lane, they go back once again to this 1v1 fight. Blue team may catch this Lux out. She is completely behind the Jarvan the 4th and the Braum. Now running through the blue team jungle. Sorry, so I had it over from J4 down. This Lux is again completely caught out. Went down, had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide other than in the other team's jungle, which is thinking what she should have done, just recalled, but wouldn't. In the meantime, Alistar proxy farming, doesn't even care, letting his minions clear that tower slowly but surely, as Aurelia now tries to tank the minions and the tower, but Alistar finishes the tower out, picking up another kill, a 3rd tower for his team, and now the blue caster minions are all smashing away on Aurelia as she backs off from that one. She still hasn't died. 0-0-3, Luigi 101 in mid lane, clearing up some farm there. So Jinx has finished the Infinity Edge as well as those attack speed boots. Same thing over to Tristana. They almost have identical builds. I think a long sword is the only thing that's truly different between the Jinx and the Tristana. Orianna, sorry, Leona backing off. There's a nice racial knockup. He doesn't have Cataclysm, however, that full team will ultimate from Leona, gonna stun 3 people. Timo's ward backing up now. 200 going down. Red team slowly picking people off. Tristana though with great range gonna pick up Leona. However, that is a tank for a jungler, but blue team still gets the mid lane tower. Trying to join in the fight. Timo's ward with very low health. May look at disengaging this fight, not interested in going in. Jinx zapping off into the randoms. Okay, Jinx is just like, hey, here's a zap towards my own base. Why not? 11 kills to 7. Blue team now pushing into the top lane. Again, what we saw was Dignaloss is really good about rotating between lanes. Headed towards the mid lane, now towards the top lane, picking people off one by one on their way. But they did get the kill on Jarvan the 4th, so he's going to have a ways to go before he gets back up here. Tristana, though, still doing a fantastic game. 2, 2, and 2. Hasn't gotten too many kills, but hasn't died either. And that's also what you need for a good player. The rest of red team has collected towards the top lane. All of them are up here. They are pinging for the Baron. Do they think blue team is getting the Baron? Maybe that's why they're headed over there. Could be. They could also attempt to get Baron if blue team has backed heavily. Jarvan the 4th going ahead and warding that. Double wards in the pixel bush. Gotta have the double wards, guys. Double wards is important. Orianna flashing in. She's trying to flash combo. Also, Yugi easily knocked up from Jarvan the 4th. The flash from Lux as well. Cataclysm is going to lock in the bullet as well as TRM on the Leona. She's going to get blade over to Orianna to try to get out, but Tristana going to pick up that one. So the flash command shockwave from Orianna going to finish, going to at least get them 2 kills through that. Nice Cataclysm from Jarvan the 4th as well. That is the jungler and the tank down. Playing those 2 people go down. is a bad thing because we only have squishy members left, and they pick up another dragon off of that one, so that is their second dragon of this game. 13 to 7, almost, over. It's 12,000 gold right now. They're in the lead. I didn't even realize they were that much in the lead. Blue team is super in the lead on gold. Now pushing in towards the bottom lane, rotating. They got the mid lane second tier turret. Gonna get this bottom lane second tier turret. And now are they gonna continue to push in, or are they gonna rotate towards the top turret? We will see. They like their rotations. They like to get all of the outer turrets before they move in for the inhibitor turrets. However, once they get an inhibitor turret, it is almost always game. And Price Academy just continues to get caught out here and there. That flash early on a shockwave is a great opportunity for the team to pick up 2 extra kills and then be able to grab dragons. And now their gold lead pushes to 13,000 gold? 13,000 gold between the two. Red team, what are you going to do to turn this game around? Price Academy, they lost the first game. They attempted to come back in this game to finish it off and at least take it into a third game. However, they've just been completely shut down this whole game. Dignaloss so strong, so incredibly strong. The Alistar in the top lane, 164 farm to 104 farm on the Irelia. She just never really had an opportunity to start snowballing well in that top lane. Dignaloss doing a great job of shutting her down. She didn't die, but she definitely didn't have an opportunity to get kills and start that snowball. She really only has a Sheen and boots with a couple Doran's Blade. That's about all it is, and that is not much damage, especially on an Irelia. It's not much of anything. Whereas Alistar has finished not only the Rod of Ages, but also a Sunfire Cave. Judgment Force finished with Banshee's Veil just to make sure that there wasn't anything the red team had up their sleeves that could stop him from getting into his Wombo Combo Cataclysm. He's also building a Randuin's Omen with that Giant's Belt and Wardless Mail. So Orianna finished their Abaddon's Death Cap after the Venus and Holy Grail, as I thought, and they started working towards her Zanya's, having finished that Seeker's Arm Guard before moving on. Choices here from the ADCs. Jinx went with the Red Maroon King choice instead of the Phantom Dancer, which Tristana has. So choice here, blue team gonna try to do a bait. They have all collected here, they cleared a lot of wards. Tristana, I like this a lot. Tristana being the squishier member, hiding just off to the side. Before looping in a little bit too early. Gonna get the slow on the left, but he is all by himself. And he's gonna come in, Dignaloss gets under, Johnny's here out to the Cataclysm. 2 people, and the Lux and the Nora, however, is still alive. Alistar though, very nicely zoning her out, really trying to get some people stunned underneath the tower. Flash off to the side, Wall cover looking to grab this tower, is starting it. However, they want the tower to be focusing those tankier members. This Alistar would be perfect for it, and he is going to actually use some minions to be able to continue to heal up. And they do get this inhibitor in the mid lane. A nice Winter's Guard on top of the middle as well as exhaustion. May go down if they can get enough of this concussive blow. She has 3 of them down, but they're not going to worry about that. The rest of the team focused on this inhibitor, and now with 2 kills and that inhibitor tower and inhibitor, they're going to back off. More than likely headed for Dragon. They know the red team doesn't have an opportunity to stop them, but they're going to bait it again. They may bait it once again. They're pinging for Baron. They're pinging to go and hide in the other bush. Is that Super Mega Death Rocket gonna fly and at least hit Alistar? However, it did stop to hit Alistar, so that meant they don't have the vision on the rest of blue team. Alistar looks like he's zoning people off of the Baron pit, and red team, you can see that ping and say, hey, maybe we head around this side, maybe we head around that side. Where do we go to stop them from getting this Baron? The Baron's gonna be up any second. We're gonna see Alistar get it, but no, we don't, because here's the rest of blue team coming in here. They're gonna be in the left side. Nice 5-man Smith and Lux gonna use some good damage there. Really, they got a great trigger. 4-man shockwave from Orianna gonna finish off Jinx as well as now the blue team is just crumbly. The blue team still strong. Dignaloss looking to finish this off. Orianna flashing in to make sure that she can get the last little bit of slow. EQ and the Cataclysm from J4 already back out. Despite being snared, he can stand there and look manly if he wants to. And that is an ace for Dignaloss. So the baits played out. The Lux just didn't have enough damage that when she ulted 4 people, it wasn't there. And Orianna very nicely got that ball to the back lines and used it on all of the squishy members of the red team and just destroyed her health. And there's Tristana rocketing away on that tower, going to be able to take it down before moving in. They did allow the rest of the red team to come up, but they have a lot of gold in their pocket now. Almost everyone has over 1,000 gold, other than Alistar. That's because he is already back. Super Mega Death Rocket, not even enough to finish off with Tristana. Volibear running in here. I don't think he's going to be able to get close enough to do much. There's the pings from Red Team saying, go ahead and back off. There's no reason to chase. Blue Team did ping the wall. I guess they're saying jump over the wall. Tristana doesn't even care. She's headed to the wolves. I want a little extra farm before I back, guys. So I'm gonna get these wolves in them. I guess she wanted. Where is she? Yeah, just grabbing a little extra farm before backing. 2,300 gold. Looking by straight with 2,300 gold. Blue team, as strong as they are, now looking for Last Whisperer. Looking for the Baron. J4 and Tristana are not there just yet, so they're kind of waiting for those two to arrive to be able to ensure this Baron going down. However, Red Team is now split around Jinx in that bottom lane, tried to push a little bit, and the rest of Red Team is looking at stopping the Baron potentially. However, they are going to be forced to back off of that one. Again, Blue Team clearing all of these vision wards. They don't want Red Team to have any vision down. They did get vision on Baron, but it will more than likely be cleared in just a moment. Oh, they have pink. I'm sorry. Blue Team has a pink in there, so yeah, they can definitely clear it. They do also have rewards, so they saw Orianna clearing that pink from across the side. They do have vision on that bush right behind red buff, so they know that the bush isn't containing Blue Team. They're not going to try to go for it, but they're just going to grab it. That Tristana with so much damage. Again, this smite from this Journey to the Fourth haven't really been all that amazing. I think there's been 3 times that SM's team has stolen it, but at least they got it now. So Leona, TRM being taken out, caught out. The nice snare from Lux can disengage for the moment. However, they do have super minions pushing in the mid lane. Does the blue team want to go straight down this mid lane, or are they going to split and say, hey, let's push a different lane this time? They do like their roaming. They like to go around, but it looks like they have all collected. They've all jumped back here together. J4 headed towards this bottom lane. The minion wave is pushing in the favor of Red Team on the bottom, but J4 is going to make short work of that as the rest of the blue team just sits around here by this broken down tower. Inhibitor back up for Red Team, so they don't have to worry after this wave. Excuse me, they don't have to worry about the inhibitor super minions being pushed down. However, they do have to worry about this bottom lane turret, because if it goes down, then they will be losing 2 inhibitors at least. And blue team so powerful. 20,000 gold. I gotta take them on to Leona. It's nice to be taking them, but however, she's using help fast. The Lux ultimate not going to survive to have out there. Volibear just being destroyed. They are still underneath the tower. However, the tower is now on the minions, and that's what they want. The Volibear, the only one to go down, so Red Team did survive that, but they are going to lose this inhibitor as well as the middle inhibitor. Both inhibitors going to be going down. Blue Team's picking up those. Will they go for the top one, or will they just try to finish off the game? I think with a full health Tristana and as tanky an Alistar as they had, they could do it. There's a nice snare on the Lux, not going to die to high health Alistar, not going to keep it out of there. Good jump from Brahm's way. Still didn't go down, so there's 3 more kills as Alistar tanks the tower. The tower is going to switch it up, though, and instead start to tank the Bravo, the minions. They had minions there, so no people there. Alistar just zoning this Jinx. So despite being with 20,000 gold in the lead and the Baron bubble, tries to get the Jinx a little. Oh, she dances just for the end. With the help of the tower, I got you dead. The help of the fountain tower, at least. So Dignaloss taking a solid win, a 2-game victory across the board, finishing it off. So they will definitely be moving on to the finals to face off our winners. Whether it is going to be a Humsey group or Pink Fluffy Bunnies, we shall see, as we're about to get underway now in their games, as the 2 of those go head to head, looking for a finals spot as well. Yo, Dragon Rage to the mouth. What's up?
Hey, Jake, we're going to have a delay on this match. Okay.
The Homesy group versus Pink Fluffy Bunnies? Yeah, that's fine. Let me put some music on here.